story behind the $20 bill, the most controversial face on American money. The $20 bill might be the most controversial piece of money in America, reason being that the man on it hated paper money. The US government tried to replace him, but nearly a decade later, he's still there. So why? Let's uncover the story hiding inside the $20 bill. Andrew Jackson wasn't always on the $20 bill. Earlier versions featured Lady Liberty, eagles, and military figures. But in 1928, when the US redesigned its currency into the smaller notes we use today, Jackson became the permanent face of the 20. Nearly a century later, he's still there. Andrew Jackson's life began with tragedy. His father died before he was born. His mother died during the American Revolution. By 14, he was an orphan. As a teenager, a British officer ordered him to polish his boots. Jackson refused. The officer slashed him with a sword, leaving scars he carried for life. That defiance became part of his identity. Many Americans admired him because he wasn't born into privilege. He fought his way to the highest office in the country. Jackson became a national hero after leading American forces to victory at the Battle of New Orleans. His popularity eventually took him to the White House, but his presidency also included one of the darkest chapters in American history. In 1830, he signed the Indian Removal Act. Thousands of Native Americans were forced from their ancestral lands during what became known as the Trail of Tears. For some, Jackson strengthened American democracy. For others, his policies caused unimaginable suffering. His legacy remains deeply divided. Andrew Jackson hated paper money. He distrusted banks and believed real wealth should be backed by gold and silver. Yet today, his face appears on one of America's most widely used paper bills. In 2016, the US Treasury announced plans to replace Andrew Jackson with Harriet Tubman on the front of the $20 bill. It would have made her the first black woman featured on a modern US banknote. The announcement sparked celebration, debate, and political disagreement. Years later, the redesign still hasn't happened, so the question remains, who deserves to be remembered on a nation's currency? Before you spend your next 20, take a closer look. When you hold it to the light, you'll see a hidden watermark of Andrew Jackson. Its security thread glows green under ultraviolet light. These small details help protect billions of dollars from counterfeiting every year. The $20 bill is more than money. It's a reminder that history is rarely simple, because money doesn't just carry value. Sometimes it carries history. If you enjoyed this episode of Faces of American Money, subscribe and join me as we uncover the stories hidden in every US banknote.